Thank you, Kendall. Good evening, viewers, and welcome to tonight's regional news. We begin with news from Venezuela. As Venezuela regressed from one of the richest nations in Latin America to one of its poorest, millions of its citizens, about a quarter of its population, have sought to escape their increasingly harsh living conditions by leaving the country behind to seek a better future. But a significant number of Venezuelans have opted to taking their own lives while seeing no other way out of their desperation. Venezuela, which for many decades posted one of the lowest suicide rates in the region, has seen an alarming boost in recent years. It is now a social phenomenon, said Roberto Leon, director of the Venezuelan Violence Observatory, a non-governmental organization. What they have found is that there's a very close relationship between the growing number of suicides and the humanitarian crisis. Overall, the numbers are sketchy, given that the Nicolas Maduro regime's tendency to hide statistics that portray it in a bad light. But according to the observatory's research, whose first preliminary findings were released in a 2020 report, the numbers of suicide jumped by more than 150% from the beginning of the crisis in 2015 to 2018, increasing the country's rate from 3.8 per 100,000 inhabitants to 9.7 per 100,000 inhabitants. Experts at the observatory believe that the rate of increase might be leveling off, given that a million of Venezuelans under duress have been able to leave the country, but warn that the numbers could also be higher, given that significant portion of the suicides are hidden under a large number of violent but unexplained deaths, which in 2021 totaled more than 4,000. Let's take a look at what's happening in Haiti, alerting that 4.5 million Haitians are experiencing high levels of acute food insecurity. The World Food Program pointed to lower than expected humanitarian food assistance and continued fallout in the last August earthquake as key drivers. Hunger levels are rising unabated as persistent political instability, growing inflation, and recurrent disasters continue to conspire against the people of Haiti, the agency advanced. Briefing the media in Geneva from the Caribbean island nation, the World Food Program country director Pierre Honorat noted that the situation is worrisome, being the worst registered since 2018. Haiti forms part of the ring of fire encircling the globe, where climate shocks, conflict, COVID-19, and the rising costs are pushing vulnerable communities over the edge, he said. According to recent projections, 45% of the population will be in severe hunger from March to June, and of those, more than 1.3 million are estimated to be in the emergency phase of the Integrated Food Security Phase classification. The ongoing economic crisis in Haiti, characterized by a weakening currency against the US dollar, soaring inflation, and a hike in fuel prices in previous month, has reduced the purchasing power of many poorer households, making basics like food unaffordable. Furthermore, global food prices are at an all-time high, with the Ukraine crisis continuing to have a direct impact on food security. UN humanitarians in Haiti warned that it would likely continue to hurt vulnerable people in the highly import-dependent island nation. And now for a final story coming out of Jamaica. The main opposition People's National Party, PNP, says it will use the 3-day visit of the British royal couple to raise several issues, including Jamaica becoming a republic, as well as support for the reparations movement. The Duke and Duchess of Cornwall are due to arrive in Jamaica Wednesday, as the Duke's grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, marks the 70th anniversary of her reign that has made her the United Kingdom's longest-serving monarch. The visit is also intended to strengthen the UK's ties with Commonwealth countries. It is in the interest of the Jamaican people that opposition be present and able to make our views on these fundamental issues known to the royals, said opposition leader Mark Golding. In a statement, the PNP said it has repeatedly been calling on Andrew Holness' government to commence and pursue with bipartisan support the constitutional process for Jamaica to become a republic by replacing the British monarch with a Jamaican as our head of state. Last December, Prime Minister Holness promised that the issue of the country's future constitutional status will be addressed shortly, even as he warned that there must not be empty symbolism moving forward. That has brought us to the end of tonight's regional news. Thank you for watching. Back to you, Kendall.